Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News, Monday, January 15th, 2024. Stand up for your country. I got a little cold here. You might be able to hear it. I haven't had a cold in 10 years. I don't know how I got this, but I'm going to deal with it at the end of the program. You don't have to feel sorry for me. I'm soldiering my way through, but it is annoying. Anyway, it's Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday today, federal holiday. I'm going to have more on Dr. King a little bit later on, tying it into contemporary politics. Robert Kennedy Jr. said something very interesting, then we're going to tie that all in. The Talking Points Memo is the Iowa Caucus. Well, we shoot the results from Iowa about 8:45 Eastern Time. A lot of people won't be paying attention because they'll be watching the NFL playoff game. I don't think there's going to be too much surprise there. I think Trump's going to dominate. The Des Moines Register poll over the weekends got Trump at 48, Nikki Haley 20, DeSantis 16, Ramaswamy 8. It's a pretty tough road for DeSantis. The senator from Florida, Rubio, endorsed Trump over the weekend. Just an insult to DeSantis, no doubt about it. And DeSantis says no matter what happens in Iowa, he's going to continue. Go.
We're going to do well. And I think, look, I appreciate being the underdog. I like how people have tried to say, what? So I do better in those situations. And I think I have a record of doing well as the underdog. But we're going to do well. And we look forward to going to the next contest.
Okay, so he can go to New Hampshire if he comes in third, as I suspect he will, in the Iowa vote tonight. DeSantis has about $19 million in his campaign chest, a substantial amount of money. I'm sorry. DeSantis has $12 million on hand. He spent an incredible $19 million. So if you spend $19 million and you come in third, I think the old cliche handwriting on the wall, Haley has spent $7 million. All right. She's got $12 million left. DeSantis could go to New Hampshire, but he's polling very poorly there. And with this, I think he's in trouble. Now, whether he wants to get thumped again, because Haley's going to do well in New Hampshire because independents are going to vote for her. A lot of Democratic voters in New Hampshire, they changed their registration to independents so they could vote against Trump. And they're not going to vote for DeSantis. They're going to vote for Haley. So Haley's going to do well in New Hampshire. And that's a week from tomorrow, by the way. Last time around, 2020, Pete Buttigieg won the Iowa Caucus with 25%. Biden only got 14%. On the Republican side, Trump got 97%, the incumbent. Okay, so, for what it's worth, right? But Iowa is MAGA country. That is the memo. President Biden went to Philadelphia today, as he always does on Martin Luther King's birthday. Philabundance, which is a food pantry and helps African Americans in the city of brotherly love, greeted him. That's a good thing to do. Biden's short trip, goes in, raises spirits, fundraising. That's, there's nothing wrong with that. New polling, Joe's not going to like this, though. ABC News Washington Post, 2,228 adults, 25 Democrat, 25% Republican, 41 Independent. Fair. Do you approve of the job President Biden's doing? Approve, 33%. Whoa, that's not good. That's a drop from 37 in September. Disapprove, 58. Those are deadly numbers. Second question. Looking back on Donald Trump's administration, do you approve the way he handled the presidency? 41 approve, 53 disapprove. Now, I'll submit to you that's an emotional vote there. They're not calculating economics and foreign affairs. It's all about the election denial and all that, but I could be wrong. Third question, how is President Biden handling the economy? Approve 31, disapprove 56, no opinion 14. That's it. People know they're paying a lot more money for the essentials of life. Nothing Biden can do about it. He can tell you Bidenomics is the greatest thing. I mean, he could say all that all day long. People know every day what they're paying for the essentials of life. All right, here's a story that was widely ignored, and we love these stories because that's why you are with us on the No Spin News. So the legacy corrupt media, corporate media, they don't want to talk about Hunter Biden at all. So late Friday, Hunter Biden's attorney, Abby Lowell, who's actually raised in my neighborhood on Long Island, he reversed. Says now Hunter is willing to sit for a deposition before the House Oversight and the House Judiciary Committee. So remember, Hunter Biden defied the subpoena to do that, but I'm not going to do it. Well, now he's going to do it. So I wrote a column called The Family Affair. It's posted on BillO'Reilly.com. And I told you exactly why the Biden team reversed. I'm going to give you a hint. I want you to read the column. It has to do with the Justice Department. Okay? But I'm looking around over the weekend looking for this story. Forget it. Forget it. It's not, it's like it doesn't exist. That's corruption. That's media corruption. Okay, we'll ignore stories that we don't like because they're going to hurt our people, the Biden administration. Okay. So now, excuse me, now there has to be a deposition date, all right? Or the committee say they're going to go and have a full House vote on contempt of Congress, which will be partisan. No Democrats will vote to hold Hunter Biden in contempt. That's really terrible. And if you are a Republican in the House and you didn't vote against Joe Biden, you're done. Through. So that's our system right now. I would delay the full vote. I think you want to get Biden in there, Hunter Biden in there for the deposition. Get him in. See what he's got. Another story that's totally ignored. Fulton County, Atlanta, Georgia. Fani Willis. All right, we've been on this. I'm not going to take credit for breaking the story, but I was one of the first. So Fani, as you know, is charging Donald Trump and some of his acolytes with interfering in the Georgia vote. Fani is the DA of Fulton County. Fani hired a boyfriend to investigate the whole situation, a man named Nathan Wade. And it looks like the taxpayers in Georgia have paid Nathan, Fani's boyfriend, close to $1 million in salary and expenses, including 2 visits to the White House. Nathan showed up twice at the White House. For what? This is a Georgia case. What were you doing at the White House? Media's not interested. Not interested. Was Fani coordinating with the Biden administration about this? Okay. So the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, a liberal paper, but it's been covering this. I guess they have to. Now there's a lawsuit by one of the people charged in the case, Mike Roman. This is big. I think this whole case is going to be thrown out because of prosecutorial malfeasance, misconduct. This is big. The key to this whole thing is the Republican governor, Kemp. He's got to step in. So far, now he didn't like Trump. Kemp doesn't like Trump. But you got to do your job, Governor. This is horrible. Okay, Houthi rebels So last Thursday, I said this. Go. All right, here's a prediction. The USA and the UK will attack the Houthi rebels in Yemen soon. They will bomb them with drones and warships and fighter planes. And they will, these Houthis are in Yemen, which is a desert country. But that's going to happen. Biden doesn't want to do it. That's why it hasn't happened yet. 4 hours later, the United States and the UK bombed the Houthis. Now, am I brilliant? Debatable, right? But anybody could have made that prediction. Because even President Biden's got to know, you can't allow terrorists to fire on civilian ships in the Red Sea. You can't. So today, the Houthis shot at a destroyer, anti-ship cruise. They shot a cruise missile at the USS Laboon in the Red Sea. No damage. Missile was shot down. But the Houthis, I would, look, you read Killing the Killers, there's a way to do this without worldwide headlines. You don't want that. Let's start taking them out. Okay. There was a ship, a U.S. ship, hit by a missile in the Red Sea. A Stamford, Connecticut shipping firm has reported that no significant damage, but one of their vessels, Gibraltar Eagle, was hit by a missile in the Red Sea. So these Houthis are causing trouble. We got to stop that, right? Anybody disagree with that? Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. If you disagree, then we have to stop it. We are the most powerful nation. We got to stop it. It's like we stopped ISIS. Bernie Sanders. So the Democratic Party, I was on Andrew Wilkow's radio program on Sirius today. Democratic Party is in disarray. They know Biden with the approval rating at, 33%, 31%. Now, he's just not tenable, even up against Trump. Okay? So they're desperately flailing around, trying to figure out if they can cajole, word of the day, Michelle Obama into being interested in this. They don't have anybody else. It's either Michelle or Joe. And if Michelle does want it, Joe will resign for medical reasons. That's how it'll go down. Bernie Sanders is the far left leader. He knows Biden's in trouble. Go.
President has got to change course. He has been very clear. He has expressed his concern about, quote unquote, indiscriminate bombing. He has asked Netanyahu over and over again to change course. Netanyahu just yesterday said, no, we're going to continue doing what we are doing. Unacceptable. You cannot give billions of dollars to a country that ignores your wishes, violates international law.
Okay, so if you had a decent reporter doing the interview, which you did not, the reporter would then say, all right, you're the president, Bernie Sanders. How do you defeat Hamas? Do you allow Hamas to go in and kill Jews, as they did in October? Well, how do you punish them? How exactly, specifically, do you do it? But that guy can't do that. That angers me. That really angers me, because it is an interesting discussion with Bernie Sanders. I mean, the guy is so far left that he would allow America just to be pushed around. Israel has no regard for, even though he is of Jewish heritage, no regard. What's Israel supposed to do? Now, I'm not saying that Israel's 100% correct in the way they're waging the war. That would be foolish of me to say that. I'm not there. I'm not in the war room. I would have to see exactly what they are doing and make some kind of responsible assessment. Bernie Sanders doesn't know what they're doing. He doesn't care. He's so far left. So he says, president's got to change course. But Sanders thinks it's all about Israel. Israel's like 10th on the list about why Joe Biden is failing. Sorting through your expenses, estimated payments, and all those tax deductions can be overwhelming, might even lead to a failure to file and failure to pay penalties that pile up on your tax debt. The attorneys at Tax Network USA have been lifesavers for many Americans. Their team has successfully saved clients more than $1 billion in tax debt. $1 billion. Whether you're in the hole for $10,000 or $10 million, they are ready to help. The expert attorneys and tax professionals at Tax Network USA are equipped to secure the best settlement for you and help you resolve all tax cases. So please go to taxnetworkusa.com/bill, or you can call 1-800-245-6000. These debt relief programs are expected to change, so get started now. Please go to taxnetworkusa.com/bill, or you can call 1-800-245-6000. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Let's go to the mail. Bill Saravenja, Fruitland Park, Florida. Mr. Bill, can you please take a couple of minutes to explain how Iowa and New Hampshire became the bellwether Republican primary states? New Hampshire passed a law. State legislature passed a law, signed by the governor, said New Hampshire has to have the first primary. And if anybody encroached on that, New Hampshire just keep moving it up. So it could be up 2 years before the election. That's number one. Iowa, pretty much the same thing. We're going to have a caucus, it's going to be the first caucus. And the other states, they kind of didn't challenge it. And now it's ingrained in our system. Larry, what happened to the Democratic mantra, no one is above the law, when they were going after Trump? Why does not a reporter ask Biden this? Biden agrees with him that if Biden agrees, then ask him if he'll pardon his son. Biden's not going to talk about pardoning Hunter at all, ever, until he does it, which he will. Above the law. Jess Sponable, Clayton, Ohio. Bill, you compared Michelle Obama's experience to Donald Trump's. Are you kidding? All right. Has Mrs. Obama started and operated many businesses in this country? Okay, Jess, look, I'm a fair man. The question was, what policy experience does Michelle Obama have? And I said, she's the first lady of the United States for 8 years, and Donald Trump didn't have any public policy experience either. That is 100% true. Now, if you want to evaluate the worthiness of a president on what he or she does in private industry, fine. But I'm cautioning people to say, you voted for Trump, he had no public policy experience. That's all. Accurate. Jeffrey Alsbach, Fort Myers Beach, Florida. When did the progressive movement begin in our government? It seems very recent. Did it start with Obama? How did it become so powerful and take over traditional values? Good questions. So the progressive movement has always been around. Eugene Debs, D-E-B-S. After the Russian Revolution, and I'm not going to get too pinheady here, a bunch of Americans said, you know, this communism thing's pretty good. Let's do this. And in the 1920s and 30s and 40s and 50s, it was, it was around. It was never dominant, but it was around. It morphed into what they call democratic socialism. And that happened a little bit before Obama took office, but steroids when Trump got in, because the progressives saw an opening. Trump's Hitler, Trump's a fascist, Trump's this, Trump's that. So our progressive movement is the answer. That's how it evolved. Jim DiNatale, Maryland Heights, Missouri, listening to your description of the proposed California wealth tax sounds a lot like real estate and personal property taxes we have in Missouri. No, those are local taxes. Excuse me. A wealth tax would be the federal government or your state, you say Missouri, but you pay your taxes, property taxes, to your county, not to the state. Judges have ruled that the county can tax your property to pay for schools. And logical. Okay. Wealth taxes, the big boys come in, they evaluate everything you have, and then they charge you for what you already have paid taxes on. I pay 8.5% for everything I buy in New York State. I've already paid my tax, but they want to charge me more. It's unconstitutional. Larry Williams, Clinton, Louisiana. Bill, I'm a regular shopper at Walmart, have been for 25 years. Yesterday, an unusual thing happened. Store had no cashiers. I was instructed to use a self-service area. That's what it's going to be. AI, they don't want people. Got to pay people health benefits. You're going to be checking yourself out. It's like putting gas in your tank. Lisa Starnes, Messina, New York. I drive a fair amount, always listen to the No Spin News on the road. Keep me informed, allow me to speak intelligently to those who are misinformed. Thank you for that. Can you tell me the difference between what Al Capone went to prison for and what Hunter Biden is being charged with? No difference. Both didn't file income taxes for years. No difference. Peter Dobelman, Omaha, Nebraska. Your story about ordering a meatball Parmesan hero is spot on. The sheer incompetence of today's young people and lack of attention is very concerning. Yeah, you know it. Everybody knows it. But if you hold them accountable, ooh, no, can't do that. No. Okay, I'm using a positive word today. I usually use negative words because they amuse me more. But today's word of the day is do not do. See, I can't even get this out of my head. We want you to be sagacious, S-A-G-A. C-I-O-U-S, sagacious. We want you to be that. And we want you to go to the BillO'Reilly.com store, get the entire killing series before they're all banned, right? Going to ban all the killing books, right? Let's get them all now. And if they do ban them, then all the books will be worth a lot more money. So in Florida now, you probably go on, whatever they sell things on eBay. Probably the killing books are going through the roof. All right, back with Poor Me in a moment. Mike Lindell wants everyone to get the best sleep possible. You know that. He created the Giza Dream bed sheets with the world's best cotton to look and feel great. This means a good night's sleep for all of us with a very busy schedule. Giza sheets are ultra soft and breathable and come in a variety of sizes and colors. They come with a 60-day money-back guarantee, 10-year warranty, and for a limited time are 50% off. So please go to mypillow.com, click on the radio podcast square, use promo code BILL. You will find this amazing offer and many other deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the MyPillow 2.0 mattress topper, MyPillow kitchen towel sets, and many more. Please call 1-800-869-0298, 800-869-0298. Use promo code BILL. MyPillow.com, promo code BILL. Okay, so I have a cold. I haven't had a cold in 10 years. You know, I got arrogant about it. I said, my immune system, I'm doing the right thing. I'm fording off all this stuff. I stay out of crowds because of the COVID stuff still around. But I got this cold. And it's really annoying. It really is. And I'm a high energy guy, but this just takes the energy right out of you. But I can't sit around. The terror dog's got to go out. I got to do stuff. So the only thing, and I take a little of the medicines and all of that, and they're a little bit helpful, but a cold's a cold. It's a 4 or 5 day experience. And it's annoying, as I said. But you don't give in to it. It's like a personal brawl between me and the infection. I'm not going to let that infection keep me down. And I'm telling you, it helps. You get surge, But it is a burden because I have to do a lot for radio and TV, I have to do a lot of voice work. But I think I got through it okay today. See, I just got... No, you didn't. Anyway, we soldier on. We don't take a sick day. I can't remember the last time I took a sick day in my whole life. It's just who I am. Thank you for watching and listening to the No Spin News. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.